Today, most of here are chartered accountants. The word chartered, that consists of 9 letters. But before independence, we, the Indian accountant, didn't have the privilege to use this word. It is only after independence, in 1949, when the Institute of Chartered Accountant has been established under an Act of Parliament, we have the privilege, this privilege to use this word. Friends, there has been a struggle before independence because the Indian accountants, they were known as registered accountant. So, this play is based on the struggle and also on the debate that has been in 1936. So, with this, may I request Secretary VIP Bajrang Agrawal, Vice President ACI Jitendra Lohia, to please come on the dais. President DTPA, Senior Vice President DTPA, Vikas ji and NK Goyal ji, and Vishnu Basia ji. May I also request author Amar Agrawal ji to please join us. The mentor, Professor Dilip Saha, and the director of the play, Apratim Chatterjee, please join us on the dais. The chief guest for today, may I request everybody to thunder of applause, Lal Bhatia ji, author of Inducting Gotia. Please join us on the dais. Please come, sir. May I request Jitendra ji to please.
Thank you. I would like to welcome you all in this one of its kind, unique event in a CA fraternity. It's a marvelous idea. Even before this idea, when I didn't knew actually whether there was any struggle for this 9-letter word, which we all cherish today. Definitely we are looking forward to hear the story about this struggle. I think most of us, almost all of us, don't know before this that what was the struggle which we had to get this word chartered, which we now add to our name. So friends, I would not take much time. I would again welcome you and hope we'll enjoy this unique event, and all kudos to the team who have brought this unique idea. And apart from CP event, this is first of its kind as far as I remember. Definitely they need a round of applause. Friends, thank you. With this, welcome the crew.
I welcome you all on behalf of Direct Access Professionals Association and other associations and all the persons involved in the making of this wonderful play. And we all should appreciate that this play is maybe for some hours, a few hours, but it has taken a lot of pain for everyone involved in this, and it is being conceived maybe 3 months back, 4 months back, and everyone involved in this have worked very hard. So with these words, I would request all of you to just watch the entire play, and we all as professionals should understand that what struggle our leaders of yesterday have made so that we today are privileged in this position. With these words, I would request Goyal ji to say something.
May I request Vishnu ji?
I, on behalf of Vidyasalaka Chartered Accountant Study Circle, welcome you all to this program. This is a unique program, and I hope that you will be enjoying. I wish all the best, all the actors today. Thank you, friends.
May I request Professor Dilip Saha, mentor, please.
Well, friends, I think it must have been at least 3 months back when we were sitting and we were thinking that some kind of creative venture is what we should also take up. and it was conceived well. Amar was there, Sumit was there. I'm happy to see Ranjit also over here. Can we have a round of applause for Ranjit, please? And guys, I'm sure that there must be so many of you all who are sitting there. I can't see your face as the light is on me. But I think that all of you all would have wanted something like this to happen. It's a departure from the usual kind of seminars and the kind of workshops and the symposiums and conventions that we do. It's very well thought. I had my small contributions when the story was written. Amar has in any case been in touch with me for lots of things, and I've had the privilege of saying that he's been one of my students also. So right from the word go, Bhawanipur is involved, because we have our own student who wrote it down, and we have our faculty who are also playing important roles in the play. And in fact, the musician, the unconventional orchestra also comes from Bhawanipur. And we also have some of our students who are playing the role. So it couldn't have been any other way. So from my side, I had said that, okay, you definitely have my support. And I thought that it was a wonderful venture. And as you will see, the larger thing, as I've seen the rehearsals, I'll just tell you something, I won't tell you the high point. See, in the large independent struggle that we've had within that there have been so many small chapters of struggles. And when we see the struggle on stage, when you will see the struggle on stage, then I'm sure that Mr. Lal Bhatia, who is the chief guest, Mr. Lal Bhatia, can I see you? Yes. Mr. Lal Bhatia, I'm sure will collate with whatever he has also gone through. So this evening is special. It's not just history, it's also present as Mr. Bhatia is with us. So can we have a round of applause for him? So Mr. Bhatia is once again the person who came over the atrocities or the high-handedness which he had gone through, which is written in the book, Indicting Goliath. And if you would go through the book, and please go through the book, I have gone through the book myself, and I am sure that you will be able to collate the two, the story that is on stage and the story that he himself has lived. The good thing is that in both the stories, Indians triumphed. We all triumphed. So friends, very soon there will be a curtain raiser, and once the curtain rises, please enjoy the flashback. We all will be transported so many decades behind ourselves, and from there we live back and come to the present times. And I'm sure that you will see what it was, how much it took, and where we have arrived. I'm sure that this play and this experience is going to be memorable. I can tell you in one word, it is a monumental effort. Whether the conception, whether the execution, and please remember that all those who are on stage, they are all, probably most of them are trying it for the first time. I forgot to say that Mr. Apratim, who is directing the play, has also been associated with our college, and I was the person to suggest his name. So although Apratim has been called and he is probably busy backstage, I think we should also carry this round of applause in his honor. And having said this, I think that you should now listen to the person who's done thousands of pages of research and who's put everything down, dialogue by dialogue, line by line, and whose lines had to be against his wishes, be changed because the stage requires certain things. And he cooperated in all that, and he stood firm by this venture, and he made sure that it happened. I think we should also clap and look forward to what Amar has to say. For those words, thank you so much. Please.
May I request the chief guest today, the Lal Bhatia ji. Sir, we have also heard that there have been some struggles you have did in USA, so if you can refer that also.
Life is struggle. 13 years, 21 courts, numerous petitions. I got the US government to concede, to acknowledge that I was victimized, persecuted, falsely charged, falsely indicted, falsely incarcerated, and tortured, physically, mentally, and economically. They wiped me out. But I didn't give up. Happened to be an Indian, thank God. So I went to the US in the year of 1992 to do an MBA. Did my dishwashing, my van driving, etc., etc., and ultimately owned my own bank. In that, there was my ex-wife's uncle who was in the business of money laundering. And he approached me and said that I'd like to make a deposit. I said, sure you could. And then when I checked things out, it wasn't as good as he said it was. So I went to the FBI and I reported it. What happened is, instead of they going after him, they came after me. I got charged falsely. I got charged, indicted, prosecuted, convicted, and I was sent to jail. Spent 13 years out there. Lost everything I had. My family, my wife, everything I had. I had Bentleys, I had a private jet. I was on top of the game. But I decided to fight. I started to study law. I said, I've got to learn the game and become the master of the game. I studied law and I started to write my own petitions. I learned how the Supreme Court rules in the US and I fought. On June 1st and June 23rd, 2017, the US government acknowledged that yes, I was victimized, I was tortured, I was persecuted, falsely charged, falsely indicted, falsely incarcerated, and then I came back to my country. But the key to my struggle was I never gave up. They tortured me physically, they beat me up, they did all kinds of things. But I said, I believed in my God, I said Om Namah Shivaya, and I kept going. And I'm here saying that my book is doing extremely well. I have a web series that is coming up, and I hope we all enjoy it. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks. The author Amar Agrawal, who had worked day and night in the last 3 months, I should say, we would like to hear from you.
Good evening, friends. When I began writing Nine Letters of Honor a few months ago, I really did not know that it's going to take the shape that it has taken today. It makes me remember a very old saying that man makes plans, but life has other plans. And so I began this wonderful journey. A journey into a very creative world, which was full of creative people. Incredible people, had wonderful experiences, extraordinary perceptions, and I'm carrying great memories. And here I am, sharing it with all you wonderful people, because I believe that the best things in life must be shared. I feel that this has given me a new leash of life. In fact, it makes me feel that I'm married once again, not just to life, but to its mystic experiences and wonders. And I'm sure that it's going to end like fairy tales end, and fairy tales always end with the words, and they live happily ever after. And I'm sure that the same thing is going to happen to me. Before I end, I would just like to tell you that this occasion is momentous because of your presence. And it's momentous because of the incredible work put in by the team and by a whole lot of chartered accountants who stood behind us like rocks. So enjoy the show. I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
May I request Santosh Roongta to please come forward and offer a memento on behalf of all of us to our chief guest.
আচ্ছা কোনো কি মানে ইলেকট্রিক চলবে কারণ লাটারি কোডগুলো আমরা ম্যাক্সিমামই করাবো তারপর ভালো করে আসা চলবে না খালি থেকে আসতে হবে না কি রকম কি আসতে হবে
The Request everybody put your hands together for the chief guest. Friends, we are also thankful to our partners, Diyavati Restaurant. We are also thankful to our digital partner, speaking there, media partner T2, creative partner Theatrician, supported by the Bhawanipur College, and a special thanks to Kriti Jhunjhunwala. Thank you everyone. And Director Pratim Ji, he has also come. Request everybody put your hands together for the director.
Thank you everyone. Well, a big team is waiting behind the curtain to entertain you all. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 9 Letters of Honor. Thank you. Here's presenting the 9 Letters of Honor. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
It's a wild and thundery night. The skies are laced with thick, dark clouds, and it's threatening to rain. Somewhere along the northern fringes of the city, in an old ancestral house which belongs to late Surya Prakash Shastri, his granddaughter Vedika, with 3 of her friends, is planning a planchet. Well, planchet is an old time-tested exercise of calling the spirits to answer questions about the past, present and future. Vedika's parents are out of station and her live-in maid is not expected to return before the midnight, making the ambience just right for the occult exercise. The only other occupant of the mansion is the family's Alsatian dog, who is chained near the front porch. The reason for the exercise being that the 4 friends are thoroughly confused over the ISC results published last week. They are unsure of the career path they ought to choose. Having spoken to their friends, family, and even elders, they haven't been able to reach to any definite answer. Each one of them have left them confused and even upset about their future. Now, let us begin with Vedika Shastri. Unfortunately, she met an accident and happened to fracture her hand. She secured an 81% in her ISC result and is interested in studying commerce. But she is unsure about the career path she wants to choose. She isn't confident if she'll be able to make it to a good college. Coming to her best friend, Raksha Agarwal, who has scored a 95% and belongs to the science stream. She wants to become a journalist, but her father, an affluent businessman, wants her to take up medicine. Their good friend Mohit, who has secured the lowest among all, just a 60%, and has the faintest clue about his future. Lastly, Sanjeev Singh Bhatia, who is desperate to become a chef, but suffers from anosmia, a disease where the ability to smell is absent. All of this has given them the idea that a departed spirit can answer the questions better than a living person. Together, they have pooled in money to buy an Ouija board and exercise the planchet. तैयारी करके आई है। I'm so excited.
have to put our index finger as it.
Okay.
And think about the spirit who want to call.
But who should we call? कौन रख तुम्हें? प्रदीप बता.
अच्छा ठीक है. We need to call a person who has recently passed away.
Do all of us need to know that someone?
Yeah.
Oh, but I can't think of anyone in my family. Mohit, you are dead. Dare you say anything about him? He is dead. Surya Prakash Shastri, my Dadaji.
How long ago did he pass away?
Oh, more than 10 years.
More than that. I think it's true. We need to call a person who has recently passed away. Like
Recently passed away? But why so?
because the spirits may yet be hanging around. And it's easier to call them. Okay? So,
We should have thought whom to call. Time waste हो रहा है.
how would one of your grandparents go?
ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं? अभी जिंदा है दोनों यार. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? सटक रहे हो लोग.
Come on, Mo. You didn't mean that. अब देखो शरारत कर रहे हैं. My Nanaji passed when I wasn't even born. Raksha, अपनी नानी की गुना वही रहने दो. Let's think of someone.
We should have thought of someone, yaar. चलो क्या करना है, but
Time is. इसको बुलाएं.
संजीव, हमारी एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड, इनकी एक आंटी थी जो कुछ दिन पहले गुजर गई है और इनको तुम पे क्रश था. इन्हीं को बुला के.
संजीव, आंटियों को भी तुम पर क्रश होता है क्या?
खापे खाया क्या? यार तू चेंज क्यों नहीं करता यार?
चेंज करो मैं यार. बार-बार कॉल कर रहा है. कोई होगी एक्स आंटी की गर्लफ्रेंड.
एक्स आंटी की नहीं, एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड की है.
I think एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड की.
वही.
Hey guys, आंटी से याद आया. Why don't we call our English teacher from school? Oh, Mrs.
Sandra?
Yes. And जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, she died last year. And she knows us all. Yes. Besides, she was very fond of you, Betty. I mean, she's open.
No.
And
What do you know? I think she was not fond of me at all. My English was very bad.
Hey, तू मर चुकी है. What do you think she gives all her school notes? Huh? And she has forgiven you for failing in English repeatedly. मैं क्या बात करता है?
I never used to fail in English.
मैं पता है क्या करूँ?
please tell us what to do next.
अच्छा ठीक है. हम लोग डिसाइड कर लिया ना मिसेस सैंड्रा. बस ठीक है. सबको ऐसा प्रॉब्लम रखो.
Okay.
Think about Mrs. Sandra. Mrs. Sandra. Mrs. Sandra, where are you? Mrs. Sandra.
ऐसे बुला रहे जैसे बगल वाले कमरे में. बात क्या है बोर्ड से निकल आएंगे.
Mohit, quite possible यार. हो सकता है कि वो बगल वाले कमरे में हो और उठकर आ जाए. Really? She will come.
रविया, क्या खुशी होगा भाई? अरे सब पता क्या खुशी होगा? करते सुनो.
मैं कुछ गई ना. तो तुझसे गए बन जाएगी तो नहीं. Stop it, Mom.
I have heard that doctors say the presence of spirits better than humans.
Sanjeev, you are right. Perhaps Mrs. Sandra is already here. Really? I feel so Mrs. Sandra is here. But I think I won't be able to do it. Rakshan, no. You can't leave. Once you have started, there is a spirit to play a play. Mohit, इसको बार-बार डरना बनता है. अरे संजीव, अरे कौन सुबह जाता है, खुद ही बोल जाता है.
तूने खुद ही बोला था ना कि cannot lift up fingers, otherwise the spell will break. That stupid ass can't sit here.
Oh shit! Now what to do? अब मैं खिड़की बंद करके कैसे कैसे?
These are the games that the spirits love to play with us.
अब मैं क्या करूं?
भूतों से बातें।
कौन? कौन है? वो है? मेरे को डराना बंद कर दे। तुझे खुद डरा दूंगी। जब भी वो डराता रहता है मेरे को।
बेटी बेटा, बेटी बेटा, I'm here, my child. Can't you see me? Baby beta, I'm here, my child. Can't you see me?
दादाजी? दादाजी?
Death has broken the bond of my breath, my little one. But it cannot break the deep emotional bond that I share with my family. Death may end the life, but it cannot end the relationship.
Am I dreaming all this? Or the branches actually work?
Oh yes, ready for shopping. And you know how much time these women take to do that. Oh, I thought, why not me?
It is still so hard to believe that you are here after so many years.
If you believe even a piece of stone can be God, then why can't the puff of smoke be your grandfather's spirit? Beti beta, I had to come today. And I've come here only for you. You are one deserving granddaughter that I have. Congratulations on passing your ISC examinations, my child.
But Dadaji, I have let you all down. You, Papa and Mama. With my poor marks, I can't even think of a college. Dream about finding a suitable career.
Isn't that the reason why I am here? Lady Beta, the choice of a career is like tightrope walking. Many people will give you many good advice. But you must remember, the one who advised you must know you as well. After all, it's your career, it's your life.
Dadaji, I am so fed up with good advices. कोई कहता है ये करो, कोई कहता है वो करो, और जिसे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता, वो कहते हैं शादी कर लो।
वैसे शादी भी हमारे देश में एक करियर ही है आजकल। Well, jokes apart, beta, you need to think what you want to do with your life. You see, you have a say too, and the most important one.
But Dadaji, we often see what the smartest of our friends plan for the future is perhaps the best thing to do.
Lady Beta, each one has their own timelines, skills, likes and dislikes. No one is quite like you on this planet Earth. You are unique, my child, and your plans should mirror that possibility.
You know what, Dadaji? I feel like taking charge of an institution to be able to guide it. I like the idea of being independent and be a leader.
A leader?
Yes.
Leadership is becoming a more complex issue with each passing day. Look around you. All people want is wealth and fame.
But don't souls care about things like fame and wealth?
Both are absent in our world. There's no use for wealth, and nobody cares about fame. All these things exist only in your mortal world.
Alright, then what is there in your world?
My world. My world is filled with all the a lot from how other people have managed their lives.
Please tell me about it. I want to listen.
तो सुनो, ये उन दिनों की बात है जब हमारा मुल्क आजाद नहीं हुआ। I was born in the year 1905. It was one of the most critical years in the Indian independence movement. I grew up amidst bloody revolts, relentless freedom struggle, and two great wars.
It is an honor to lay down the edifice of this majestic institution, which will disseminate premier education in commerce and economics. Let it be remembered to be the first institution teaching commerce and economics in the Asian continent. Two critical subjects which would henceforth be cast iron wheels, carrying forth the chariot to a new mercantile order.
long way in redefining practices in trade and commerce in the times to come.
It makes me wonder if on the eastern side of the Suez Canal there will be finer institutions which would match the excellence of Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics. Let it therefore be known as an institution of perfection and excellence. I foresee that the graduates of this world wonderful institution would set new benchmarks in an emerging world order.
I am a registered accountant and I lead by debit and credit. I vouch the books and accounts, its entries, I audit and edit. I guide and advise when needed to a business and a friend. I pray that it never prospers as I bring progress on every friend. I condone not frauds and errors. It makes me qualify my own. Remember all those who follow us. I pay my respect to the past, and my regards to the strength to you. My road couldn't even have started had it not been for you. My blessings to you for your future, and may you pass every difficult test. I am sure you will prove to this world that Indian accountants are the best. I shall never let you down, no matter how hard the ask. I will aim ever for excellence, no matter how hard is the task. I believe every word you say, for you are but a part of me. May you rewrite history and humanize destiny. Thank you. Thank you for your warm wishes. This legacy I shall never let cease. Keep vigil on us from the blue skies, while in paradise you rest in peace.
The simple toss of a coin between two enterprising Scotsmen, Stephen George Balmer and Alexander Laurie. Balmer won, and his name proceeded in the firm thus incorporated. Thus was born Balmer Laurie.
Let there be no business of east of India in which we will not delve. We shall spread our wings as far to the farther shores and leave an indelible expression upon this country's outward journey.
I know of a story that has its roots in the workings of this great enterprise. A registered accountant, Radha Kanto Banerjee, who once worked in the company headquarters, was called upon by Mr. Hendrickson to explain the annual accounts and reply to certain queries.
What is this strange system of accounting being maintained by you? It is both incomplete and unacceptable.
अरे नाना sir, incomplete क्या ना होवे? Actually, what is happening? All these companies with which we deal now, they have very poor accounting records. So, to tally balances with them, we first maintain the accounts in single entry system. But we have a very scientific method, sir. The quasi single entry system, which is quite comparable to double entry system, sir.
For Pete's sake, I've never heard about these button-down systems in all my life. Haven't you heard about the promulgated legislations, the Companies Act, the Income Tax Act?
Sir, the Companies Act 1913, the Income Tax Act 1922. Nowhere says that single entry system cannot be followed. Then why do you say there is a contravention?
Don't you comprehend the basics of accounting? Should a company of this stature maintain such primitive and elementary accounting records?
Sir, single entry system is the father of the double entry bookkeeping system. And nowhere in the world there is any rule which says that single entry system is bad in law. And I said we have a very scientific method, and at the end of the year we are duly converting the accounts into double entry system, sir.
Converted, huh? And where on earth is that?
Sir, on your table?
This. Where? This is like looking for a pin in a haystack.
Sorry, sir. Actually, very voluminous book. You might have missed out, sir.
Alright. Two systems of accounting have been maintained here, and what on earth is that supposed to mean?
Sir, first we are maintaining in single entry system, then again in double entry system. So there is double check, na sir?
This is like looking for a pin in a haystack, I'm telling you. Okay, now, then, how would you, a chartered accountant, not a chartered accountant, a registered accountant, not a chartered accountant, a registered accountant, take such unwarranted liberties with the construction of accounts of this esteemed institution?
Sir, you are an esteemed professional. I believe that you will treat me like an auditor. Sir, I have also done my basic education under the GDA system in the country.
Oh, GDA, what does it stand for? God-forsaken damned accountants.
Sir, I have also done my 3 years practical training. I know everything about accountancy. And sir, regarding this account, I have given a very clear picture. Sir, at least you go through it, and if you feel a change is required, I change for
You know, you could be sacked for such impertinent and unmannerly conduct of accounts.
Sir, this is my misfortune. You are not even trying to analyze the account. You are not going through it. You are not asking me questions relating to the account, and you are saying it is wrong. Sir, you go through it, I will give all answers. And if you want, I can even teach you.
Should I learn my lessons from you? Huh? A petty accounting clerk will now tell me how to cipher accounts, huh?
I am not a petty accounting clerk. I am a qualified accountant.
Oh, whoa. You said qualified accountant, am I right?
Sir, you are now crossing your limit. You are coming from the home of accounting Edinburgh, and you are treating me like this. I believe you will treat me like your counterpart.
What's made you think I'll treat you like my counterpart, or for that matter my equal? Just remember this, that you are subservient, and you remain that, to every member of the Royal Society of Accountants of Edinburgh. How does a stray dog compare with a well-read and professionally trained bloodhound like me?
Oh, bloodhound! Sir, I have no objection if you think you are from the canine species. But we Indian accountants are like tigers, and we do not bother about other things.
Mr. Banerjee, you better mind your dirty goddamn language here.
We registered accountants take care of financial health of companies. We are at par with the best in the world, sir, and no one in the world has to tell us our values. It comes from our background.
How dare you, a street-side beggar, compare with our royal heritage here?
Oh, royal heritage. I have never been to Scotland or England, but I have seen many people coming from Scotland, England, like you, who have come from there and are begging for alms in front of my country.
I shall have you dismissed. I shall have you dismissed and hanged for these very words that you are saying now.
I am a professional accountant and a goal kichu janana.
Do you know that you could lose your job and career for undermining me?
Sir, you do not have to think about my career. This is my resignation letter. I always carried this with me.
You rascal, get the hell out of my chamber right now!
Oh, your chamber, your chamber. You get the hell out of my country and take your chamber with you.
इतिहास से मिटाएंगे बुनियाद उनकी हम मर के भी मिटने न दें मर के भी मिटने न दें तिरंगे की ये शान हिंदुस्ता तेरे लिए दे देंगे अपनी जान
Sometime in April 1936 came up an interesting case law. It was Anantachari and others versus the unknown. One of the senior officials of the Madras Corporation was accused for defalcation of huge sum of money from the treasury of the corporation for funding his personal and private business. The incident came to light when the accounts of the firm were audited. The firm of chartered accountants were accused for not being able to establish a strong internal control to prevent the happening of such fraudulent activity. One day, in the Madras High Court revealed an interesting exchange between Public Prosecutor Mr. A.V. Bird, Defense Attorney Mr. Iyer, Mr. V. Murugesan, the Senior Chartered Accountant, and Mr. Shivaji Rao Gaikwad, the Registered Accountant. The two accountants happened to be the office bearer of the firm that signed the audit report.
Let the court begin the proceedings. Your witness, public prosecutor, Mr. Bird.
Yes, my lord. I will initiate the proceedings now. At the outset, I would like to call to witness my first witness, Mr. V. Murugesan, who is the senior partner of this audit firm, Murugesan & Sons, who have audited this eminent government body, Corporation Madras.
Well, permission granted.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Venkatesh Murugesan.
Mr. Murugesan, I am Corporation of Madras since the 1930s?
Yes, sir, you're right.
Okay. From these documents which have been submitted before the honorable court here, I have noted that you are a qualified chartered accountant.
Yes, sir, you're right, sir.
And a member of the esteemed Institute of Chartered Accountants of England, perhaps?
Yes, sir, you're right.
Well, Mr. Murugesh, could you please tell us why couldn't the auditing by your firm of this Corporation of Madras not reveal financial irregularity of such a magnitude?
Sir, we have been conducting the audit of this corporation every year, sir. Sir, the audit happens at the end of the financial year, that is after 31st December. Thereafter, we submit our report. Sir, in this case, sir, we did the same like we do every year. And our report mentions the irregularities that has come to the notice of Honorable Court.
I have heard you. But the money in question has already been defaulted and you are supposed to take care of that. Now, could you tell me, how could you foresee that the system in question over there was faulty in the first place?
Sir, let me tell you. Sir, the audit process is more like a post-mortem. And we come only when the financial period is over, so that we can report about the affairs of the accounts during the completed financial year, sir.
From what I understand, that you have been auditing this Corporation of Madras for quite a few years.
Yes.
Which, in jet parlance, must have given you an opportunity to look into not just their financial transactions, accounting entries, systems and procedures, but also if there is any control weakness in place over there. Moreover, 4 years is, in my opinion, quite a long time to foresee if there is any systems flaw. And if it is regularized at the right time, avoid some fraudulent defalcation.
We have been given a mandate which clearly specifies the role which we need to play. And sir, it involves following our prescribed audit procedures like the Companies Act and the Income Tax Act, sir. And while we have done that, sir, we have done that. And also we have taken the cognizance of the workings of the accounts department of our corporation. We did not find any abnormalities that could be prompted us earlier than we have.
But a fraud has occurred. Nevertheless, and that too right in the middle of the year. Information here, the fact remains that there must have been gapping accumulated in the control systems over there. Or else, how could such financial irregularity can take place?
Sir, our task is to report and we did the same.
Money has gone. Who will be responsible for this? And I think when you responded, that doesn't answer my question.
Sir, our task is to report and we have diligently and with due care utmost caution done so, sir.
Well, that doesn't answer my question, sir.
I ask it here, Arun. My friend, the public prosecutor, is harassing my client with questions which are clearly not relevant. Objections overruled.
Thank you, Anand. Mr. Murugesh,
Yes.
you are responsible for the protection of the public funds, as I told you earlier.
Yes.
And if I'm mistaken, in my opinion, it was a sheer dereliction of duty, and if I may again say that, it was carelessness on your part. While you have audited the books of accounts of this eminent government body, Corporation of Madras. Well, hold on. Under these circumstances, why shouldn't the court not cancel his membership?
I ask it here, Arun. The public prosecutor is getting too personal. Nothing has been proved so far. He has no right to speak about my client's profession, his standing, his integrity in such a derogatory manner. Objections sustained. Mr. Bob, please change your line of question.
বলছি প্রথমের সাথে দেখা হলো প্রথম যখন ক্রাউডের রিয়াকশন শুনি
I'll excuse the learned altogether. Mr. Murugesh. Mr. Murugesh, you leave the witness box. Thank you. With permission to go, my lord, may I go to the witness box? My next witness, Mr. Shivaji Rao Gaikwad, who I believe spearheaded the audit of this Corporation of Madras on behalf of the audit firm. Obligation is granted.
Permission is granted. Mr. Gaikwad, the law of this land refuses to accept this fact.
So, you are now trying to accuse the law of this land for non-endorsement of your status. And I find that you're quite biased against the law and the legal system of this country here.
Sir, I respect the law, sir. But in return, I expect that the law respects my end. And it is quite the contrary, as we all can see.
Well, Mr. Gaikwad, I can see now you are a Belgian in mood.
Your Honor, when one is denied his due dignity and respect, it is bound to show in his behavior. And I don't think that a professional should compromise on his duties, his honor, and his entity.
Mr. Gaikwad, let me tell you, as it appears from the tenets of this case, my opinion, there must have been lackadaisical approach while you're audited there. And if I may say, you must have compromised on certain basic auditing principles. Otherwise, such a foul couldn't have happened.
Your Honor, what are being mentioned are very flimsy allegations. In fact, there is no proof as to this, and we did not compromise on any auditing principles when we were auditing the Madras Corporation.
Has this fraud happened by magic? Something abracadabra with?
No, sir. It has happened due to malified and nefarious human conduct.
Oh, wow, there you are. So you have acted at the point of negligence. Follow. May I know the attention of the board of the admission of negligent environment that's here?
Your Honor, before that is done, I would like to inform the court that this is the statement of Mr. Anand Chari and not ask the auditors. In fact, had we not apprehended this matter would never have come up in court in the first place.
I fully disagree. Had you not brought this to light, I'm quite sure that someone else would have done it. And, well, I think the time has come for the honorable court to fix the responsibilities. And, in my opinion, the earning parties should be brought to justice. The purpose of law is this.
Your Honor, we are not the erring party. In fact, the appointment of auditors does not mean that there will not be frauds. Just like the passing of a particular bill does not mean that there will not be offences and offenders.
This box, which are in my hand, it is quite evident that the protectors are the ones who have failed to decipher the breach in the system.
I repeat again, Mr. Anandachari broke the norms and trespassed the rules. And we were the ones who noticed the faults, and the first time we did so, we reported it duly. Therefore, you cannot say that that was any lackadaisical approach on our part.
I do not agree with you. In my opinion, there was laxity on your part. You should have informed all concerned the moment you found there was a deviation from the routine. Probably that could have mitigated the risk of fraud.
Your Honor, we had sent in an interim report of the management to the court. Probably the court has not had the time to go through it yet.
What exactly are you trying to say to this? Yes.
That the Madras Corporation had all the checks to rule out a fraud, but every officer, directly or indirectly, was connected to it, and therefore it is the Madras Corporation that is to blame and not us, the auditors. In fact, had we not apprehended this matter would never have come to light. We faced 100 obstacles and went beyond the call of duty to do this, sir.
So you want to believe that you were diligent while doing your job?
It is sad that despite facing 100 obstacles, our facts are not being padded and flimsy allegations are being placed against us.
limit. Do you think you have the capacity of advising me, a British by law, the nuances of law and its applicability?
I do not intend to do that, sir. But the matter is clearly concerning accounts and audit. And as far as those matters are concerned, being an auditor, I am more qualified to speak on those matters than any other lawyer.
I can very well see the situation that, in spite of my best efforts, you are now on a collision course with the law and lawyers, which you Australia, Mr. Murugesan, definitely wanted.
Your Honor, Mr. Murugesan does not need recognition as he has already got it from abroad. I need it. I mean, all of us registered accountants do. And we must understand that registered accountants are as much a part of law as lawyers themselves are. In fact, I would repeat this again. Had we not brought this matter to light, we would never have had the opportunity of being appointed the public prosecutor.
My Lord, I take serious objections to this rude and unprofessional demand made by witness here. It's most obnoxious on his part, I would say.
Objection, Your Honor. My friend, the public prosecutor, is taking things too personally. He is intimidating my client to respond like that.
Objections overruled. But Mr. Hall, can you be a little less aggressive with the witness, please?
Yes, my Lord.
Finally, matters cooled down, but the arguments over the litigation continued for a few months. The accused, Mr. Ananthachari, was finally convicted by the court. The audit firm, Messrs. Murugesan and Iyer, were absolved from charges of neglecting their duty. On the contrary, the Corporation of Madras were advised to continue with their services. The entire episode proved that the registered accountants were by no chance inferior than the counterparts. Sitting about a round table are a couple of Indian lawmakers, namely Sushil Chandra Sen and Nipendra Sarkar, a British bureaucrat, Mr. John Bradshaw, and a chartered accountant from England and Wales, Jason Hendrickson.
I have reasons to believe that there is a conspiracy of sorts brewing in certain quarters, which is bound to affect us.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Well, tell us about it then.
From conversations with a few senior leaders whom I know for sure. সব মুখোশ পড়া নেই। একেবারে মুখোশ পড়া নেই স্যার। আমার মনে হয় they are going to use up a title for the Indian accountants, which has so far been the exclusive property of yours. I mean, Britishers and the Scotsmen.
Sushil, I feel you have a point there. আমিও শুনেছি I have also heard whispers about the reference to this very issue. ওই মুম্বাইতে যখন ছিলাম, when I was there to attend the business seminar.
Yes. I completely agree with what our friends here have to say. I too have had some poor experiences in this very city of Calcutta.
You've never mentioned this before, Jason.
Well, there wasn't an occasion prior to prompting me to do so.
Well, that sounds disturbing to me.
Sinister too. I've seen a couple of village accountants behaving in rather uncouth a fashion.
Oh my God, with you?
Yes. At least on one occasion, it went beyond the limits of professional etiquette.
And what did you do?
I sacked that despicable rat, Timbanji fellow, who worked as an accountant with Balmer and Lorry.
You did absolutely right. That's the key question. What do these registered accountants think of themselves?
I'll tell you what they think. I'll tell you. They think that they are our equals. The duffers can't even make out two sides of debit and credit. The idiot was trying to give me a sermon about accounting systems. I'll tell you what. This country has no accounting system in the first place. No wonder it has taken us more than 200 years to educate these rustics about the ways of the West.
Yes.
And now they think that they'll tell us what to do.
You should have hit. He's taking us.
I did that. I threw him out of my chamber.
Sir, I would have had this registration cancelled if I were you. Sir.
He's dead right. That is exactly what these swines deserve for taking us home.
Sarkar.
I have this nagging feeling that this conspiracy is far deeper than what appears on the surface. Sir, you know there is a joint and organized body which is seriously trying to raise this issue in the appropriate forum. In the assembly, if possible, I may say, if I have read the past.
Yes, Mr. Sen, I say we raise this issue with the Governor General. I think it is very important. I mean, these bloody Indian accountants who cannot even hold the pen straight are clamoring for equal status with us.
You couldn't have been more right. I think we need to show these educated dogs what we English are made up of. Equating themselves to the best of our professions, we need to show them the God for second place.
Carter,
Sir. Isn't that too much said to expect that country bumpkins and rustics will understand the finer nuances of the Western culture?
You're right. These dogs seem to have gone berserk and completely insane.
And gentlemen, mad dogs need to be shot.
ঠিক বলেছেন এরা গুলি করে উড়িয়ে দেওয়া উচিত that would be divine justice আমি একদম বলে দিলাম say you take it from me it will be done we'll show this scumbags what we English are made up of.
Sir, we will send them to the dungeon of hell for revolting against the authority and trespassing the good professional conduct.
Sarkar, I want you to find out who these men are. I want you to find out the names of their leaders and what they're up to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I shall personally speak to the Governor General and to a few others I know who walk the corridors of power. We have enough experience in this country to quell deceitful and despicable rebellions. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Most have been nipped in the bud.
You will be sure, sir. And that will be happening to this one also.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
Hassan, please continue, sir. Then after that incident, what happened?
You know what I'll do? I think he deserves a hellish existence. Yes. Death sometimes is too easy a punishment. What I'll do is, I'll make sure he remains unemployed for the rest of his life.
I know how to narrate these bastards. Get me the phone, you know!
Dog! They are saying, sir, you should have shot him on the street of Davos like a dog.
I'll do that now! Get the phone.
Sitting on a stone bench in front of Gateway of India are 4 men, namely Govind Ballabh Pant, Sir Quasji Jahangir, Mr. Bhulabhai Desai and Pandit Krishnakant Malviya. A closer look suggests that the 4 men aren't here for any casual conversation. They are in the midst of discussing a serious issue of national importance.
गरम चाय पिलाना जी सर और जाना मत ठीक है फिर इधर ही रहना जी सर तो basically it is felt that the days of the British are getting numbered. Obviously this is especially after the repeated jolts they are getting in this country, the two civil disobedience movement, the rise of the Indian Marwadi entrepreneurs against their enterprises, and now the promulgation of Government of India Act.
मुझे लगता है कांग्रेस, नेशनल लिबरेशन फेडरेशन और हिंदू महासभा के सहयोग से हम सही दिशा में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। और देखिए क्रांति की इस लहर में गोरे कैसे अपनी धोती संभाल कर फिर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल सही कहा पंडित जी आपने। But we ought to remember that the English are seasoned in handling rebellions, and the truth remains that हम अभी इनको देश से बाहर निकाल नहीं पाए हैं। साची बात है पंडित जी, पर हम कोशिश करते रहेंगे। आजादी नहीं आसान, खून का दरिया है, लांग के जाना है। Yes, I agree with you, Jahangir, but the fact is that we are always undermined and our plans are undone by our very own. जब अपने ही खून के प्यासे हो तो
आपने वो कहावत नहीं सुनी गोविंद भाई?
कौन-सी वाली?
खरगा बेदी लंका जाए। और हमारे देश में तो रामायण और महाभारत काल से यही होता है।
True. Nothing much seems to change when it comes to why we live here. History has a strange habit of repeating itself when it comes to such traitors. Yes, and two of our brothers seem to fit that role to the hilt. I think we ought to order their costumes. Why costumes, Jahangir bhai? You Govind bhai, they dress and look much like us. और शकुनी जैसी तेरी चाल भी तो नहीं है उनकी। पहचानने के लिए कुछ तो अलग होना चाहिए।
इन गद्दारों को सबक सिखाने का समय आ गया है।
I too have a dream that our two friends, Sarkar and Sen, are up to some strange mischief.
वो दोनों चमचे आदिमदार कहेंगे। इनकी जॉन ब्रेड साहब के कलवे चाटने की आदत नहीं जाएगी क्या?
पंडित जी, इस बार तो उन्होंने रियर गार्डेड बट सिंसियर रजिस्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को अपना निशाना बनाया है। और पंडित जी, they have reasons to take up cudgels against our registered accountant brothers. I gather from reliable grapevine that some of their very close and wealthy friends have been involved in some serious financial irregularities in collaboration with British entrepreneurs, and the couple of registered accountants hired by them to certify the facts have frankly refused to play ball. आश्चर्य की कोई बात नहीं है। I have seen them against the standards of our very own local auditor. They speak in a very loud voice. They want to rub the noses of these fellows in the ground so that they can validate their facts of being substandard and hopeless, sufficient to help the cause of their friends from whom supposedly they derive plenty of favors.
ताकि हमारे रजिस्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट की किसी भी जुडिशियल या क्वासी जुडिशियल फोरम में कोई हैसियत ही ना रहे। और मुझे तो शक है कि इन्होंने अपनी सहायता के लिए कुछ फॉरेन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को बुला लिया है।
हो सकता है। पंडित जी, your insight on such matters is nothing short of being commendable. Please be informed, Jason Macaulay Hendrickson, from the much acclaimed firm of chartered accountants, Messrs. Jardine Hendrickson, has been flown in from Scotland to bail out the entire gang who is involved in fraud, which I believe run into millions.
ब्रावो जहांगीर भाई, गजब की इंफॉर्मेशन बेस है आपकी और पंडित जी की तो।
इसीलिए हम यहाँ पे मिले हैं आप सब पंडित। हमारे रजिस्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट भाइयों के बीच में जो फूट डालने की साजिश चल रही है, उसके खिलाफ हमें कुछ करना चाहिए।
वोट तो पढ़नी ही है। क्या आपको लगता है कि असेंबली में जब कंपनी अमेंडमेंट बिल पर डिस्कशन होगा तो ये मुद्दा लाया जाएगा?
वाह पंडित जी वाह, you have hit the bullseye once again. That's the plan Desai Saab, to scuttle the provision of recognizing Indian accountants.
We should get our team ready to take them to the parliament so that we can discuss over and push the matters of the registered accountant.
Exactly,
And
my
should
friend.
give the same status and right as given to the chartered accountants.
Sorry, my friends, we not only want the same status but the same designations.
जहांगीर भाई, एक और लड़ाई, एक और विद्रोह, और पंडित जी, this time they will resist us tooth and nail.
स्वराज हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है और इसके लिए हमें कोई भी लड़ाई स्वीकार है।
What should be our next step? देसाई साहब, सबसे पहले तो हमें इनकी इकोनॉमिक सुप्रीमेसी को खत्म करना होगा। They do business here by their law, by their authority, by their mind, and get it approved and certified by their men who does not see irregularities in their affairs and give fair reports. All the while, our nation is being plundered, looted, robbed from every nook and corner, enabling these white-skinned rats to carry away our wealth by shipload. Why would they want our local auditors to have equal footings with them?
Yes, right. They only want us to be the bearers, darwans, gatekeepers, clerks, so that we wait near the table to take orders.
You don't forget their Dalits. They have never treated us Indians with the same rate of respect.
Why should they forget Gandhi? हमारी सदियों पुरानी शिक्षा पद्धति को इन्होंने बिल्कुल बर्बाद करके रख दिया है। और कौन नहीं जानता कि 100 वर्ष पहले थॉमस वेलिंगटन मैकूले ने हमारे देश के साथ क्या किया। और तो और अंग्रेजी शिक्षा हम लोगों पर थोप कर हमारी संस्कृति को जड़ से खत्म करने की भरपूर कोशिश की है इन्होंने।
Don't forget Lord Bentingo, who assisted him also.
It's British. They are a very stubborn race. They relentlessly want to pursue downsizing of our education system by imposing their own systems and accounts. But we will not let that happen at any cost.
ये किसी भी हाल में ना होने देंगे।
मैं एक विद्रोह के लिए और तैयार हूँ, whatever be the cost.
Then friends, we all should be prepared to be hanged by neck until death for being audacious.
So it be then.
Come, let us take an oath today in front of this mighty piece of architecture that we will not rest in peace until our Indian registered accountants get the same honor and dignity as any other chartered accountant in the world.
हम साथ लड़ेंगे, हम साथ लड़ेंगे और हमारी भारत माता को आजाद करेंगे।
साइकिल लेंगे, अभी तक पैसे कितने हुए?
पैसे नहीं चाहिए, मेरे से आजादी चाहिए। साथ लड़ेगा हमारे तो हम जरूर कामयाब होंगे।
बिल्कुल मेरे भाई लोग, बिल्कुल होंगे, बिल्कुल होंगे।
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब।
We will have an interval of 5 minutes and we will be back with a few more interesting statements. Please.
Sir, only those can call themselves chartered accountants, but the members of the 5 elite societies of accountants in the United Kingdom. By this bill, we intend to allow the Indian accountants, who are not the members of these esteemed bodies, to use the designation.
Sir, I rise to oppose this question. Why should not Indian accountants be allowed to designate themselves as chartered accountants?
Sir, may I ask my very, very learned friend, why is there this fancy for the particular word chartered accountants?
Fancy is a very
And second, they are only given a certificate and their names are enrolled in a register. They are themselves as registered accountants. Sir, that is the origin of registered accountants. And this system has been found satisfactorily. It was happened and it was now suddenly it is considered as unsatisfactory.
Just a minute, Mr. Sen. Britishers have been ruling this country for over centuries. Is that satisfactory to you?
Right. It is absolutely right. That whatever is old is not necessarily correct.
All this which my learned friends are talking about is nothing but a slight and fomented effort to let the registered accountants forcefully get the designation of chartered accountant.
Mr. Say, you mean the Indian accountants are not a part of any esteemed lot of professionals?
Yes. They are professionals. But which one? They don't have an institution in India, sir.
That's what we are asking for.
Sir, I want to tell you that Indian accountants want to unlawfully abolish the distinction between them and those persons who are rightly entitled to the designation.
Rightly entitled, did you say?
Yes, sir.
What is right, Mr. Sen? Britishers and Indians with biological qualification and training should be treated differently because of their skin color and name. Is that right to you?
Sir, my learned friend is getting unnecessarily emotional. Yes, sir. Sir, I have information that serious objections were received by the members of these esteemed bodies that registered accountants want to pass off themselves as qualified chartered accountants. Yes, sir. Giving an impression that they are actually from the United Kingdom rather than India.
Sir, in the reply of the above context, I want to mention that people who use the services of accountants and auditors are not stupid, that they won't understand the differentiation of race and color. But, sir, are we here to color their minds with wrong biases and prejudices that our old local accountants are inferior than the foreign returned ones?
Sir, I would like to state that there is no bias. The difference is obviously in the quality of education and training, and that will be evident on a scale of quality.
If that be so, then why on earth should a certain group of them will be given away the privilege? Yes. If they are superior, if they are really superior, then let them prove it in the professional arena. Yes. Not by using coronets upon their crown.
Yes. Sir, the foreign bodies in question are much older and hence introduced the designation much before each other.
No, much older, my honorable friend said.
Yes.
Let me enlighten him. The principles of accounting and audit are as old as the hills of India. And no country leave alone the United Kingdom will claim supremacy that they were the first, hence have edge over others.
Sir, rhetoric is fine. I am standing on this thing. Sir, let me and
there is no such autonomous body in India.
Exactly.
Not even a united demand. Sir, I therefore submit that there is neither any logic nor any justification for allowing designation which is calculated to deceive people. Yes, sir, deceive people.
I find no deception here.
Absolutely, there is no deception. Most deceptions are hard to find out. And that is why it is called deception. Sir, I find no merit in this case for granting any designation to accountants. So I move that this clause should be deleted.
So amendment moved that the surplus B of clause 75 of the bill be omitted.
Stop!
I'm not finished. Stop. And the subsequent surplus C will be related as surplus B. Okay, Look. Well, this is the constituent assembly, and we must maintain the democracy. Yes, so one by one we speak. But I will not allow all of you to speak at a time. This is the open floor now. The debate session is going on. Everybody, I can assure that everybody will get scope to speak. Yes. This party and the respondent, everybody. But speak one by one. If you do like this, I will take serious action against you, or I will adjourn the meeting. Okay, one by one.
Thank you.
Sir, to kind permission, I too wish to oppose the amendment moved by my colleague Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh has moved the bill on 2 counts. Firstly, he said that the words chartered accountants are exclusive privilege of certain accountants in UK belonging to certain societies.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, he said that this designation is also used by some other countries by means of special enactment. I wonder in us, are both these statements not self-contradictory? Sir, I make a law.
Yes, sorry, please. No,
The fact is, it is incorrect to say that the designation chartered accountant is exclusive privilege of only British chartered accountants. Because most of the dominions of British Empire, except India, are using this designation by means of special enactment. For example, countries like Canada, South Africa, British Columbia, and many other countries are using this designation. So why not India?
Yes, it is so. But special enactments are there to this effect. It is not subsisting on clean air.
Yes, Jamil. So I admit that in India we do not have any special law for the purpose. While the government here has powers, I allege it's not willing to enact any such law. Sir, where is the difficulty? Sir, where is the difficulty in allowing the Indian registered account register right to
weaknesses of the Indian accountants and those who process the examination cannot get the status of a chartered accountant. And as I will proceed to show by pinching their names that they will never acquire such status. And any effort on the part of the government to take over is nothing but a cause of retardation and not progress. So far as Indian accountants are concerned, I am telling you.
Sir, being equal in the international arena is retardation and being subordinate is progress. What kind of logic my father trying to
Sir, why do they want the term chartered accountant? Let me finish. Sir, if you allow any higher names or better names today, they will not accept it. Why? I am telling you why. Sir, can they be called as proficient accountant, expert accountant, superb accountant, or super accountant, or most exalted model of accountant? No, sir, no. They will never accept it because I'll tell you why. It will enable them to pass off to commit frauds and at least they part of the public posing as chartered accountants.
Your understanding of the word fraud is dangerous. Description should be deceitful malpractice, which term is most appropriate for your government.
Wait, sir, wait. In abroad, there are professional bodies which examines them. Okay? And government has no control over the final elements or over handling degree or diploma with this kind. And here what is happening is under company law.
Mr. Sarkar, are they called chartered accountants or not in those countries?
Yes, either by the Royal Charter or Charter and Schedule.
In any case, it is not a fraud to call themselves as chartered accountants like India.
Sir, I am requesting my friend to re-examine his minds. Let me speak. Okay, let me speak. There cannot be slightest doubt that there cannot be any comparison between the two examinations. I can't understand. I am astonished to see this my friend is using the term conditions. It is high-sounding talks. And organization which is in existence for only 10 to 12 years. That is the Organization of Registered Accountants. The condition for 10 to 12 years. It is totally ridiculous.
Mr. Sarkar, please let me tell you something. The art of bookkeeping, accountancy and auditing originates from the history of negotiation and civilization. Critical with introducing accounts India is one. These were borrowed from us by Scots and British in the 18th century. And we have been centuries ahead of these so-called European states who turn their superiority in accounts and audit and talk about it as a profession. This is the contract.
Sir, the superiority cannot be merely established by paper facts, but by reality. An empire has ruled most of the earth for more than 200 years. Ample measure of its superiority.
Exactly.
Sir, please keep this talking. What are you, Mr. Sen? What are you? For that matter, even many of your ancestors were they not subjects to?
Sir, objection.
You should know that British have not only enslaved our nation, they part our minds.
Yes.
We have been fallen to such a level that we have started behaving like servants, even paid animals, who restricted their entries in certain places. Only wise people are allowed over there.
We need to hang our heads, thinking like fair flesh, with top collars around our neck.
Yes.
This nation has tolerated British master for over 2 centuries. when it comes to tolerating brothers masquerading as Britishers, it is impossible to collect such bitter truth. Panditji, do you mean me? I mean every man who is against this nation and its institutions. They are nothing but our enemies. They are the ones who bring down our motherland from rocks and fruit. They are the ones who left and colonized this country.
किसी आदमी की हम बात कर रहे हैं इससे हम पूरा विश्वास कर सकते हैं आजादी की इस लड़ाई में ये हमारे साथ है
वेरी गुड भारत माता को तुमसे गर्व होगा आप लोग एक मौका दीजिए ताकि मैं अपने देश के लिए भारत माता के लिए कुछ कर सकूं जरूर जरूर हमारे पास तुम्हारे लिए एक खास मिशन है जनाब मैं अपने देश के लोगों के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ
इन जालिम गोरों से हमारे देश को आजाद करने का समय आ गया है
आप बस ये बताइए वो मिलेंगे काम ये लो इसमें सारी जानकारी है अब चिंता ना करें काम हो जाएगा
भारत माता का आशीर्वाद तुम्हारे साथ है तुम्हारा नाम
विप्लव दास
consideration of the bill further to amend the Indian Companies Act 1930 for some purposes. As reported by the Select Committee, when we were discussing on the amendment number 181 proposed by Mr. Sushil Chandra Sen and our law member Mr. Divendra Sarkar, and one thing, Mr. Govind Pallab Pond, here on proposition, I would request Mr. Pond to speak on your proposition, and I would also request Mr. Jinnah to comment on this. Mr. Pond.
Yes, sir. If the government wishes to keep its eyes and ears closed, then how would anything reach to it? I am not concerned with anything else. Today, I am here to offer a compromise, and it is this. Let it be a rule that chartered accountants practicing in this country will also call themselves registered accountants. Make it total, make it better for everybody who call themselves chartered accountants here, and I shall not quarrel over this.
Mr. Bhatt, I want to understand from you, where is the distinction between registered accountants and the chartered accountants under Indian Income Tax, Indian Companies Act, or under any statute?
But Mr. Jinnah, up to this time, I had thought there was none. But when I was told that it is a fraud to call themselves as chartered accountants, then I remember one such fact that chartered accountants get higher fees.
The answer to the question lies under Rule 12. All those who get certificates should be called registered accountants.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jahangir, that is not the answer to my question. My question is there any rule which prohibits a company employing a registered accountant or a chartered accountant, as the case may be,
So far as duties and responsibilities go nil. So far as designation and name go yes.
Whose opinion do they carry a higher status?
In the opinion of registered accountants, Mr. Jinnah, who have been treated very badly. Are there such distinction in the other professional degrees which our people acquire like MA, BA, or a matter of fact ingenious? Adding or deleting a common word to a title does not defraud anyone. It's about the capacities and the capabilities.
And sir, yes, I see no crime in a body of professional men making memorial to the government for seeking equal status in their motherland. Also, there is no crime in sharing their utter disappointment with the government after years of petitioning and not allowing the same status in their own motherland. Sir, what is the rubbish of the year of petitioning? What is the petition? Mr. Sarkar, they have been mentioning this to me since 1930, and I have had an occasion to argue in this honorable house. If that be it, then let it be proved by their ability, not by the title they are serving. How many times? Sir, if our syllabus is no way inferior, if the examination is no way easier, then why the designation used should be different? That is the question before the August House. Yes, and sir, nobody is stopping the government to tighten the exams. Then why if this motion should not be stopped without the leader of the house? Hello, it has not been stopped here. It will be if it has not been. It will be stopped and thrown out. If it's not, then I think it will be perpetuating a fraud on our registered accountant brothers. And also there is fraud all over the empire.
See, I read the provision of section 144, but I feel there is a little difference between Indian accountants and chartered accountants. I fail to understand the reluctance of the government and shying away from the truth. The government, I assume, should take those steps to create those institutions to differentiate the anomaly between Indians and registered accountants. Yes?
Sir, may I interrupt my honorable friend? I suppose he was not there when I spoke yesterday. When I said that the government will take some time to consider it. Actually, it will take a couple of months more to get a profound idea about this. That was my answer.
I want to know from my honorable law member whether we can take this word in near future to mean that it will not be far beyond 1937.
Panditji, I did not mean beyond 1937. I mean that the matter and the possibilities will be dealt with in the near and not remote future.
Mr. Sarkar, I want to know whether the government, after have taken steps to have men of this status, they will be prepared to give the designation Chartered Accountants India.
Sir, if legislation is necessary, then put forth this to the legislation. I am not going into it further. As the whole thing is a nebulous condition, and where legislation is only a possibility.
That is the whole issue over here. The government neither wants to work nor want to talk. They are playing a cat and a mouse game.
Mr. Sen, we thought registered accountant. Yes, registered. You should know that. Sir, I said, I am sure that there will be a visual end. I think so.
Yes, it does not like to an end. See, or it would end with the backbone of the registered account being broken.
Mr. Pal, according to me, I will accept the statement given by the law member on behalf of the government, and I will not proceed further. Therefore, I assume that the government will take enough steps to rectify these anomalies and come up with a proper way to differentiate between Indian accountants and registered accountants, as the case may be. I just want to add one more thing. It is very misfortunate that misguided and foolish people prefer a glamorous word.
Certain banks insist upon chartered accountants.
If they do so, it is their misfortune. I again insist that the government should take enough steps to rectify this anomaly. Mind you, I stand for Indian talent, and I want complete privileges and same right as those given to anybody else in my
surplus C be deleted as surplus B. And power. So, we introduced Biplab as a rich zamindar from Calcutta. Sushil, like his usual self, became a chamcha of Biplab's study. And just to show his resourcefulness, he introduced Biplab to Hendrickson and Bradshaw. And Biplab being himself, he soon became the blue-eyed boy for both Hendrickson and Bradshaw. He used to host private parties for them. And soon, he became more trusted than their beloved chamchas. It was the 1st of July, 1939. And the night was much like the one today. We invited both Hendrickson and Bradshaw for a private party which was held in their honor. At the end of the party, they were given some extra special drinks.
otherwise ghastly country.
This paper gas seems to be quite social life.
Yes, a very rare quality that you will find among these bloody Indians.
Do you feel dizzy, Henriksen?
Not as much. You know, a man should know when to hold his drink.
Something wrong with the food?
Drink, maybe. Nicholas, come here. Nicholas, come here. Nicholas, come here.
Bishop realized that the plan had worked. He came into this revival and first stabbed the bloody church of our Christ of Henriksen. He stabbed them with all the anger and determination of so many years. He stabbed them with all the life that the British had used to oppress us registered accountants. He stabbed them! He stabbed them! He stabbed them until the Christ! And then he dragged their bodies to the pond nearby. Nobody knew about the secret apart from us revolutionaries. Until now.
Biplab Das seems to be a great revolutionary, Dadaji.
Yes.
What? How do you know it so well?
Who could know it better than me, maybe better? Because I am Surya Prakash Shastri. I'm Biplab Das.
Biplab Das, Surya Prakash Shastri. Dadaji. 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 Where are you, Dadaji? Where have you gone? I know you were here. And I know it wasn't a dream. How can it be a dream? I remember every word you said, every little detail about your life. I was so confused about my career. I feel as if I am good for nothing. But it is you, Dadaji, who have shown me the way. You have shown me the way, Dadaji. I have decided. I wish to become a chartered accountant. And I will endeavor to carry forward your unkind spirits. And I shall dedicate this honor and struggle to you and my parents, without whom I'm nothing. The journey
those that sleep. With these words of wisdom from the Upanishads and the blessings of mighty Garuda, the mythical eagle whose flapping wings could stop the spinning of heaven, hell and the earth, we chartered accountants will keep moving forward in this mystic and exciting journey called life. With the broad vision that Indian chartered accountants will grow to become the most valued caretakers of the financial world, we affirm to ever stand by the valued qualities of trust, care and competence so essential in the life we live in today.
We will now have the national anthem.
Thank you everyone, thank you for staying long and watching this performance. I will just quickly introduce the cast and crew. It won't take much time. Let's start from left. First, the Octave Beats. A big round of applause for the Octave Beats. Please sit down. The backstage help Karan, Murugesan, Ayush Pandey, Sir Roger Shukrapai as Sen, Sir Shobhan Sengupta as Advocate Iyer. Just dim the lights a bit now. Sir Devayan Patro as Radhakanto Banerjee, Sir Arun Agarwal as one of the law members, Sir Shuman Chaudhary as Bhulawai Desai, Sir Chintan as Qazi Jahangir, Sir Shukant Sinha Ray as Mohanlal Saxena, Sir Vinay Shroff as Paliwal, Sir Raj Jagnani as Pandit Malaviya, Sir Sanjeev Sanghi as Jinnah. In between Sir Raj and Sanjeev is Mohit Gaikwad, please come forward, Aditya Kumar as Advocate Bird, Evi Bird, Sir Bhaskar Basu. Behind we have young Biplav Das, young Surya Prakash Shastri, Navi Singh. Navi, come forward. Next we have Sir Nibandha Sarkar, Sir Krishna Bhattacharya. We have Vedika, by Preeti Modi. And we have Komal playing the friend of Vedika, Raksha. Sorry, can't see. I'm doing such a big cast and crew. Okay. We have Vivek Patwari, this was the one, playing Govind Vallabh. We have Amit Kedia as the T-boy. Mr. Manish Bharati playing John Bradshaw. Mr. Gaurav Roy playing the speaker as well as the judge. Priyanka Mukherjee as the narrator. We have Mr. Amar Agarwal, the author, as well as the actor playing Elliot in GTA. Shubham Singh, the assistant director. People at the back, please come forward. People at the back, please come forward quickly. Okay. Where's Chintan ji ho gaya? Okay. Zahid Hussain playing Jason McCulley. Palash Chaturvedi playing Danaji, Surya Prakash Sharma or Biplav Das. Listen. Okay. Ramsha, Mohit, Aman, Prachi, Aditya, all helping backstage. Stage manager Anushka Das Gupta, Harsh, Tanya, Karan, sound and light console, Aaron Targan, technical director. Set by Ajay and team. Makeup by Ibrahim Bhai and team, makeup and costume Ibrahim Bhai and team. We have videography by Moinak and team. And thank you.
One big round of applause for the director also. One applause for one who has conceptualized this idea. Sumit Binani. Request everybody. I would request the leaders from the association to please come forward for discussion of prizes. Bajrang and all the association, Vikas ji, everybody, for recognizing the effort